Well, hello again, and in this video I'm going to give you a quick review, my thoughts on the brand new model that just came out made by Omega. It is an Excalibur model RS-150-EDP Plus. This model just hit, so this came out, this month, late in 2013, so this is going to be their model going forward from the end of this year, of course, through 2014 till the next model comes out. Now, this model here is a really good piece, and I'll tell you why I think it's a really good piece. Number one, this is for the guy who wants the no-nonsense. He doesn't want to know about a whole lot of fancy bullshit. He just wants to get a remote start in his car, something that's going to work, reliable, that he can see and hear is working, and can do expandability in the future should he choose it to do so. This system covers all those bases. Now, this system, very cool. Number one, look at the module. Nice how small, compact this is. I mean, this thing is half the size of my hand. What a joy to install. I mean, especially from how these things used to be. These things used to be huge monsters with gigantic relays. Everything now is so miniaturized. There is no external relay satellites. There's no big gaudy stuff. Just very nice, straightforward. Right there's your 6-pin harness for your power, ground, ignition, start, accessory outputs, all that crap. All in here is all your regular standard stuff for horn honk, light flash, tack input, ground, all the regular stuff. Supplied ground pin switch, grounding type. They also give you a hyper blue LED, which is really cool because this can show you the diagnostic features of the system should you have any troubles or you want to know recall information on the system. Here, nice, one clean main harness for all your secondary connections, which I was showing you is a smaller harness located to the side of the primary ignition and power harness. Now, on the side, the green plug. This is something worth talking about. That 4-pin plug is used for expansion, such as with this. This one here is an Omega CARLINK. This is actually the new model, just came out, the CARLINK with the plus the GPS that offers vehicle tracking and geofencing, which is really cool. Now this one here, if you were to just use that with a smartphone app, you could use this to trigger this unit to start your vehicle with one of the supplied 2 outputs, should you want to use it. If you don't want to use it, it's okay. But down the road, just know in advance that you can get the CARLINK. It's very cool. Nice little feature. Definitely worth me telling you about, so I'm doing what I'm supposed to do. Over here, nothing really exciting, just a programming valet switch. This is your primary harness. Again, all quality. You can see Omega never chinks out. They never give you that shitty wire like some of these other manufacturers are doing these days. Always good stuff. It's the stuff that I come to expect from this company, and that's why I talk about them. That's why I waste my time reviewing them, because I actually like them. Unlike some other companies, like I say, certainly a lot less about. Now, how do we use this thing? What are our choices? What can this thing do? Let me tell you real quick. Right here I got a Ford factory key. This is probably from one of their little SUVs or one of them kind of deals. And on there you got your lock, your unlock, your horn, and you have your trunk release. So with this Ford, I happen to know, for instance, and you might have the same kind of problem, when you want to start your vehicle, you say, well, how do I use this factory key, which has all the channels already devoted to a function, to trigger an external module such as this? Very straightforward. This system will allow you to take anywhere from 1 to multiple pulses to trigger it. So, for instance, you can hit lock, lock, and that would be enough to trigger the system to come on, or you could do unlock, unlock, which I wouldn't suggest. But however you could, because this one has an auto relock feature. So in some cars, when you hit lock, lock, on the first lock it'll just blink the lights, and on the second one it might give you one of those really loud, annoying honks and drive you and your neighbors insane. Now there's 2 ways you can go around it. You can go lock, unlock, lock, and set it for 3 pulses, or you can do unlock, unlock, and have this thing do a factory rearm pulse after the car starts, if you want to go that route. Whatever you want to do. But that's how this thing works. Of course, you could trigger it with something like this, as I mentioned. Very small. These things are very forgiving to learn how the car runs. They work really awesome on voltage sensing, tack sensing, way better than they ever did. So that's cool. As far as some of the features, I'll go through that super quick. You can program this thing to remote start anywhere from 5 to 20 minutes. It's programmable, any setting from 5, 10, 15, 20 minutes. Remote start light output confirmation, you can make it steady or flash. It has a horn honk volume output, so that way when it remote starts, it'll not only visually show you that the vehicle is running by flashing the lights in the vehicle, but it'll also do a horn honk to let you know audibly that what's going on. This has ignition locks for the when the key is on and off. It's just a carjacking feature. Unlock with trunk release, which is useless. Remote start activation, like I was telling you, you can do anywhere from 1 through 4 presses. You can program the pink-white, which is ignition 2, to do accessory, second starter, or ignition right in the module without doing any extra wiring, any extra relays, any extra parts. None of that, just does it. It's got Tack high and low input settings, standard Tack setting, and you could also do just voltage sensing, which is cool. So if you're lazy, or if you can't find a good Tack, you got that too. You got plenty of outputs for bypass modules. Plug them right in. You could adjust your crank time, door lock outputs. It's got a remote start lock control, so you can do like the lock after start, like I was telling you. It has a built-in turbo timer, so if you have a turbo type of vehicle, you got that. Data port protocol, which is been built right in there. So if you're doing an Omega or an IDATALINK type of bypass, plugs right in there. What a joy! And also, this feature has a voltage feature, so that way if your car actually hits a freezing temperature for too much of a length of a time, you can actually program it through the supplied buttons that's in the kit, and it'll start and actually defrost itself by itself without any use from you. And this supports IDATALINK two-way, as well as you could hardwire the bypass kits. So hey, what else can you ask for? Great price, lots of expandability, does the job. I love it. So if you're looking for a good remote start, add on to the factory or whatever is the case, check it out. This is my review of the RS-150-EDP Plus.